Good morning, everyone. Welcome to morning coffee break. The birds are all happy this morning. It's not raining. I'm happy that it quit raining for a while. I like the rain, as you'll see what it does for my garden in a minute. But I don't like it, day after day or anything like that. I know how Joe feels over in Louisiana. He's been getting it like crazy. So he said he wasn't too excited about my rain ASMR the other day. I don't blame you, Joe. All right. Currently it's 54 degrees, a little chilly. High today's only 64. I'll tell you though, that early heat wave where it was 88 to 90 degrees every day, I didn't really enjoy it that much. I like it a little bit cooler than that. I mean, really. But anyway, no chance of rain today, believe it or not, but it's overcast. Humidity 77%. Winds are at 5 miles per hour. Air quality is 22. See how that rain brings that air quality down? That's very good. I mean, it was, at one time it was 107 or something like that, and then it was 90 some and in the 70s, and so that rain acts like a filter, I believe, and just cleans up the air a little bit. Okay. I think you're going to be surprised at some of the growth out here. Everybody's looking good in here. That little plant that was trying to grow in there, something got up in here and dug in it and bit it, chewed it in half, made holes. You can tell where I had to redo it. Made a hole right here and a hole right here and a hole right here. I don't know what would come in here unless it was maybe a squirrel. I don't really think a rabbit would come in here and do that. So I don't know. And that pot's kind of high off the ground, but they obviously got inside of the pot. I don't know why it was picked out that particular one. It didn't bother any of the other plants. All these plants are looking tremendous as compared to what they look like from over the winter inside. So they're really loving it out here. The spider plant's growing crazy. And this one looks so much better. Of course, I trimmed them all down, pruned them a little bit. Not that one, though, but I don't think it needs it. But see, you can see new growth already on this one. I call it the Meemaw plant because it's on, this is cuttings that were from a plant on my grandmother's grave. We've had it for many years. My mother's got one too that's even way bigger than that. Okay. A couple of the daikon radish are trying to grow. There's one. That one doesn't look exactly right. I don't know if it'll come out looking good all right, coming out all right or not. You can see one of these purple potatoes right here. Got uncovered probably from watering it. They're trying to grow. You can see the leaves are kind of purplish compared to those. And I read up, I asked Alexa about when potatoes are ready to harvest, and the top part's supposed to die when they're ready, and then it said not to water them for a couple weeks, and that would make the skin get a little bit harder on the potato. So I thought, since I started seeing the flowers, the blooms coming up on it, I thought maybe they were ready, and I'm sure there's probably small ones in there, but I'm gonna let them go as long as, like it said. But everybody's looking pretty good. I brought these back in from over here in the yard. I had them over there because he was scraping and stuff over here, and I didn't want it, to get in the pots. But when he paints, I'll have to move them again. But they had plenty of water, and so they're all looking pretty good. Everything loves the rainwater. I can tell you that, compared to the tap water. But you gotta water them when it's really hot, and they're keeling over basically. Something if it doesn't rain. So look at this. All these look better. The two that were looking rough at first that I wished I hadn't got, they're really starting to grow now. Right back there. They're called Mary Huddleston. They're a local nursery grew those. And I guess they sold them to Evergreen, where I go. But everybody's looking better than the ones that I bought, but mine are still, they still look better than the ones I bought. You can see, I mean, some really good growth, lots of blooms. And look here at these. Look at that, all that. This one's here's a pretty bloom too. These two. I noticed these blooms on this is a Cherokee. They've got little green things coming out of the blooms. I don't see that on most of them. But they're really neat. Let's see. If you look, these don't really have that down here. The Lucky Reds are doing good. That's those. These beefsteak, this one especially back here in the back, is going crazy. Got plenty of blooms. I mean, I like that. Seeing this many blooms on here this early. This is a big beefsteak here. This one's not growing quite as big right here as this one. I don't know what the difference is, but look at the beautiful. I wish I could get a good shot of that. Let's see. Oh, I got it right there. Look at that. That's going to be a big tomato because it's got more than one bloom in one here. See, there's one. There's one. I think there's one right down here. So it might be shaped a little funny like the Cherokee purples because it's like three tomatoes that are merging basically, you know. Well, it's crazy how they do that. And look, here's another Lucky Red. See how it's got more than one in here. There's one and there's one. That's how they do. That Cherokee back here has all kinds of blooms. Look at that. I don't know how good you can see them. Without maybe lifting it up. The green beans are doing good. They're going to take a growth spurt too. I'm sure they already are. I can see little shoots coming off of them. That'll grab a hold of things now, right here. Kind of push them back over that way. Get them under there and they'll grab a hold of that. So unfortunately, they'll start grabbing a hold of these tomatoes too. I put those tomatoes too close to that, I believe. They'll work. I mean, they'll still grow. I just don't want the green beans to smother the tomatoes to where it inhibits their growth. So I might have to do some trimming back or something like that when it gets that way. I just want it on the trellis if possible. But if it's like last year, they go everywhere. The banana peppers took a growth spell. They've grown about 4 inches, I'd say. I don't want them, I hope they don't get too lanky before they start producing. The snow peas are looking better. The ones that I planted hadn't come up yet. I don't remember how long it took for the original ones to come up. Try to put that over there to where it'll grab it. And this one here too. You see these little things? I'm gonna put it. See if it'll. See how I did that? Now, as the day goes on, it'll start to spin around this wire and grab hold of it. Like this one has. Right here. It's trying to go on around it. I don't know how good you can see that. I've got all these onions thin. Cucumbers are starting to come up good, especially the ones I already had, the plants. But all the seeds are doing good. Look at the radishes, how much they've grown in the past few days. Isn't that crazy? They've grown a bunch. Peppers look good, the ones that are on here growing. Kind of funny looking peppers, but that one looks okay. They'll still eat fine. I mean, sometimes stuff looks funny, but it's fine. Yeah, they're not all perfect every time. Some of these are falling off. See, that's a pepper right there. Fell off. They'll do that though. Sometimes. But peppers grow slow, so they're not looking too bad. They're not looking like they're dying or anything. Some of the carrots are getting their leaves, the first leaves over there. I've got them all thin too. I don't know what happened. There was one right here, so it's gone. Oh, there it is. It died. That one died for some reason. That'll happen. Eggplants are slow, and I'm wondering, I thought these zucchini would take off faster, but they haven't been getting much sunlight lately. So that might be part of it. Plus, I probably need to thin them pretty soon. I think I'm going to pot up some of them instead of just throwing them all away. We've had some grass growing up through here too. Just pick it out. So all in all, everybody's looking really good. A lot of growth in the past couple days. I hadn't put much seed out here because it's been raining so much. It just ruins it. Everybody's looking good here. That one's looking pretty now. Looking real good. These are coming up. Those are what I call stump flowers. You'll see they'll get really big. Takes them all summer, but I don't know why this grass looks like it must have got some of the Miracle Grow. Made the grass grow like crazy. I want it to smother these plants I'm trying to grow here. So, get some of it pulled back. There. All right. Everybody looks real good. There'll be more. There'll be more flowers. Yeah, I can tell, especially the tomatoes and stuff is really took off. It looks like all the ones I bought, they'll do okay, but I still don't think they're going to outperform the ones I grew myself. So next year, I'm not going to jump the gun and buy tomato plants. I have more confidence in growing them, and if something happens they don't work out, I could still buy some, but I think they will, as you can tell by looking at the ones I grew. Something's cutting off these ants. See them? Then they come up here and just cut them. I don't know why they do that. They don't eat them or anything. There's a bunch of them like this here, see? I don't see any of them right now on them, but they may as well. They're killing this plant basically. They cut them all off. Some of them, the dead ones, need to come off. But yeah, that's a waste. I don't know why they do that. They just like cutting stuff, I guess. There's a bunch of them like this. Darn it. And it's mainly, they like the cornflowers the best, it seems like, to do this to. There's a bunch. And that helps distribute the seeds, but it's also killing this plant to eat all, just to cut it up like that. This one here, they've cut all the way down. Wow. Put all them up there. Stuff's growing here, it's just slow. I hope they don't cut these. They just seem to like the cornflowers the best for some reason. I want this stuff to grow around this. I think it'll be okay now. Some of this from around here. I don't want to kill this one. That's a little better for them. There you go. Now you won't get smothered. This one's growing slow this year. Last year it did better. I got plenty of more seeds. I don't know if I need to put more out there or what. Might be too late. Some of these are starting to play out. I mean, the plant will stay, but there's some cut too here. I just throw these seeds down in here. Let them reseed. Hi, rabbit. What you doing? Look at it. It settled down there. This little butt moving back and forth when it laid down in that little place. That's cute. Just don't go over there and eat my garden, and we'll be friends. Yep. You got to pull these off and it'll stop growing more. Taking a little bit longer today doing all this because I haven't been able to do anything past couple days. So everything trying to grow. Bush is trying to grow back here, and I can only do it by hand because I can't spray anything here. So kind of hard to keep up with when you don't do it for a couple days. Okay, I'll do some and come out and do some later or something. They're all over the place now, just missing a day or so. The foxglove flowers about had it, I think. I don't think it's going to do any more blooms. Yeah, they're trying to grow all over the place in here. See what's going on in here. There's a big one. Let's see. Okay, that's enough for now. I could sit there and do that for a long time. Just trying to look better now, though. You don't want that bush to grow back in here. That was here before. These still look kind of pretty without the flowers, but I wish they'd grow some more. And this one's, like I said, about had it. Looks like some more are here, though. Looks like some more blooms are coming out. Maybe it'll bloom again. All these. That'd be nice. If it does again. It acts like it wants to fall over or something. Unfortunately, the rain is going to make these weeds grow even more over here. I don't know why he's not taking care of that. Came out here and cut all those branches on the lower part like he was getting ready to cut that tree down and just left it. You can see where all the rainwater is. All these magnolia leaves have just gone down everywhere down through here. That's how hard it rained. Where'd that rabbit go? Not laying there anymore. Oh, it's over there eating. It's over there underneath the pole. So you can see it moving around now. I'll probably put something out here today, but I'm not going to film it. It's supposed to rain again. Oh, what was the weather report? I don't think it's going to for today or tomorrow. Oh yeah, I better get started on my other things. I've taken a little bit long doing this. I don't want it to run way over. So I'll walk some more later. Okay, took longer for garden update because there's more going on in it. You didn't get to see it. Okay. Today I'll be doing, well, first of all, the thumbnail is the homemade cheeseburgers I made yesterday and the deli wedges from Walmart. They're delicious. The cheeseburgers were awesome. Just a real good meal. Today I'm going to be doing, I've already got it recorded, but I had too many videos yesterday, so I got a couple already recorded. One is a drive with us to Walmart, and then I didn't really plan on getting that much, and then we ended up having enough for a haul. So then I also did a Walmart haul video. So I'll have those two things today. What's for dinner tonight? You'll see in the Walmart haul, we bought one of the Great Value layered burrito casseroles, and they're really good, and we're going to have that tonight. And we might have some, I think we have some more Spanish rice in there. I'm not sure. I think I got another pack. And let's see. Okay, that comes to today's question. What are you having for Memorial Day dinner? Are you cooking out, or I need to put some chicken out. I think we're going to try to cook out, grill some chicken out. I'm not for sure, but I think that's what we talked about anyway, but I haven't put it out yet. I'll have to get it in a little bit. Okay, so now it's time for today's tidbits. Let's get going on it so I don't run over too late. Today's show. Come on. I'll get it on Messenger. Okay. Find the last one here. All right. Japan's devastating Tohoku earthquake and tsunami. Tohoku earthquake that struck Japan on March 11, 2011 was a mega thrust quake with 9.0 magnitude, making it one of the strongest quakes ever recorded. The earthquake triggered a large tsunami that caused extensive loss of life and damaged infrastructures. The earthquake and tsunami of 2011 is the costliest natural disaster in the world. That's terrible. Verdun Gorge, the deepest canyon in Europe. Verdun Gorge is the deepest river canyon in Europe, located in southeastern France. Carved by the Verdun River, it has whitewater rapids and cliffs. Verdun Gorge, only discovered in 1905, is 2,296 feet deep and stretches up to 31 miles, and its paths include the Blanc Martel Trail, ending at Point Sublime Lookout. How does something like that only get discovered in 1905? I don't figure that. NASA to measure I hit it with my thumb. Lunar dust to fight air pollution. Moon dust was one of NASA's biggest problems during the Apollo missions. The pollution caused issues for the equipment and health hazards to astronauts. Though NASA's next Space Technologies for Exploration Partnerships program, the agency now proposes the need for air revitalization and monitoring, including a way to measure lunar dust. The moving mushroom stones at Altai, Russia. Akharam is a type of rock formation located on the right bank of the river Chulushmin in Russia's Altai region. These rocks that grow up to 5 meters resemble mushrooms and are slowly moving down the slope. They are formed by weathering and water erosion. Unfortunately, these stone formations are gradually disintegrating. That's weird. Palo Duro, America's second largest Grand Canyon. The most famous Grand Canyon in Arizona has a slightly smaller but equally impressive 120-mile cousin called Palo Duro Canyon. The second largest canyon in the country with striking red rock formation is in Texas. Lighthouse Peak, a tall rock formation that resembles a towering lighthouse, is one of its most popular attractions. The stained glass salt ponds of San Francisco. The gorgeous and picturesque salt evaporation ponds in San Francisco are among the world's most impressive human-made wonders. It's a shallow artificial pool operated by the Cargill Company to attain the salt in it. The color varies depending on the salinity of the microorganisms living in the ponds. Unusual bobcat tree den discovered in California. How cute. Bobcats usually live in hollow areas of thick chaparral or coastal sage or wood rat's nest made of piles of sticks and leaves. But biologists recently found a cat and 3 kittens at a tree in an area intensely burned by a 2018 wildfire near Los Angeles. They believe the bobcat used the cavity as no vegetation has grown there since the fire. Nature's finest viewing platform in Norway. Preikestolen, or Pulpit Rock in Norway, is a breathtaking viewing platform. It is a steep but massive cliff that rises 640 meters above Liasfjorden. Atop the cliff, there is an almost square-shaped flat top of about 25 by 25 meters. It formed due to a frozen mountain glacier breaking off large angular blocks off the cliff. 30,000 Texans suffer power outages after storms. Severe storms that rocked central Texas on Friday caused power outages to thousands of residents across the region. About 30,000 customers suffered power outages, of which many have not seen any relief until now. Austin Energy said its crews worked through the night to restore power to more than 20,000 homes in the city. And lastly, Jupiter's moon may hold extraterrestrial life. A study published in Geophysical Research Letters states that Jupiter's moon, Europa, has more chances of having extraterrestrial life. It says the rocky mantle deep below its ocean could be hot enough for volcanic activity. The volcanic vents can seep heat into the waters and create life by converting carbon molecules into organic matter, it added. All right, everybody, that's it for today's Tidbits, and that's it for morning coffee break. I hope you enjoyed it. Please press that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so that you get all my videos as soon as they come out. And share with someone today, please. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day, and I'll see you later. God bless.